Hey team! Happy July! So I thought we would kick off the month with just a little reminder as to how simple it is to share these products and share this amazing opportunity for others to earn with you on your Instagram today. So we're going to talk Instagram. So I think a lot of people like the Instagram side of things because one, it's like people are used to seeing products being shared on Instagram. It feels like that's a place that you can do that with like real permission to do that. And also you obviously have unlimited amount of people, like billions of people that can see your things. So it's quite a nice way to really expand your audience and broaden the amount of people that you can speak to. So here we go. So basically, you've got your Instagram account. I would suggest that it is a public account, and it's also probably worthwhile having it as like a creator or a business account, just so that it sometimes gives you like things that you can look at with regards to how many people have seen it. And so that's what I would suggest. Okay, now with Instagram, the great thing is that you can set up like a completely new account if that's what you wanted to do. If you've got an account already, I would suggest using that because we want it to be you. But a lot of people like the idea of setting something up completely fresh, and yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. So whatever you want to do, then that's good. So you've got your Instagram account, okay, all set up. Now, once you've got that account, make sure it's in your name is another suggestion I would say, because, people want to like speak to a person, and it does just make the whole thing more personable. And what we aren't going to want to be is like a sales reel. So, this is about you as a person. And so this is about you sharing the things that you like, enjoy, you're doing, what you get up to and all that kind of stuff. So use your name. And you've got your Instagram account. Now, if you're starting up from fresh, what I would say is get 9 good photos. And those photos, well, they could be photos, they can be old photos, photos of things that you did in the past that you really enjoyed, things like more recent things. They can be photos of like, you with loads of people. It can be you on your own. So you can literally just get a load of pictures together, just different hairstyles, different clothes, have like an hour or something just setting up a load of photos so that you've got them to hand. So that's a good idea to do. And also things like, nice quotes and things like that. They're definitely things that you can share on Instagram in your main feed. So your main feed, we want it to be kind of all about you and, what inspires you, what you do, what you enjoy doing, maybe struggles that you have, challenges that you might face on an everyday basis, whether that be the washing up, whether it be, the school run, whether that be more deep things like, me with my perimenopause, or it may well be that you have something else. So a lot of people suffer from things like fibromyalgia. So things that you would overall speak to people about and let them know about, that other people can relate to within that field as well. And also, obviously, other people can relate, with other chronic illnesses. So anything, it doesn't have to be chronic illness. It can be anything, anxiety, all those different kind of things. Whatever you feel okay to share, however small that struggle is that you're okay to share. So chances are you've got bigger struggles, but you might have smaller struggles that you're okay to share. So let's get you coming out of your shell and being present as you on your Instagram, because that's who people are going to follow. They're going to follow you. And you're going to sit there and think, but I'm really boring and I don't really do a lot and I just do the school run. But everybody does that. And that's what makes you relatable. So those things that you think you shouldn't be sharing because they're boring are actually what everybody wants to see. I know. So that's what we're going to be doing. So get yourself 9 good photos, and whether there's some quotes interspersed with that, whatever it is that you think is about you. So it's about getting to know you as well, which is why I love this business. Like I love like the business model that we work in, because it is all about you getting to know yourself, owning who you are, owning your strengths, you know, and just like flourishing as you. So yeah, that's my thing. I love it. So you've got these 9 photos, and then let's put a little bit of wording around those photos. Let's have a think about some hashtags around those photos. Obviously, if you've already got an Instagram account set up, you might not need 9 photos. However, it might well be that you've not used it for ages and you're like, oh, what's posted previously? So having 9 photos that you put on with bits about, you know, things that you find inspiring, with quotes, who you are as a person, like, are you a mum? Are you into horses? Are you into, you know, watching films? You know, just like sharing those things about who you are. And as I say, they don't have to be deep and personable. These are just personal. They just are who you are. So people get to know who you are. And then it's, you know, and you don't have to put photos of your children on there. So my kids, for a start, are like, no way you're putting any pictures of me on there. So, you know, like, that's fine. But you might choose not to. So I rarely really put any photos of my children on Instagram, because I just kind of use it for business. So that's fine. People believe me that they exist. Like, you don't have to show people photos of your children to know they exist. You can talk about them. So you can have a picture of you and say, oh, I've had what a day I've had, and I've had to do this and I've had to do that. And I've like, oh, there's these school trips coming up, you know, all those kind of things. Or I've been to look at the horses and whatever it is, whatever your thing is, you know, if it's, you know, just tidying up around the house, every single thing like that is valuable content. Okay, that is your content. That is what you are putting out there for other people to see. Now, that content is what is the value. So that's why people are going to follow you. Okay, and you don't need to be exciting for people to follow you. That I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. You just need to be authentically you. If you are authentically you and you are literally sharing little nuggets that other people can relate to, you will going to get people that follow you. And especially if you are then adding in maybe some positivity around that, and how you're, you know, you've decided to start this business, you want to make a change, you want to earn some extra, you've got these aspirations, these dreams, or you might just want to buy a holiday, you know, all of those things, whatever it is. You know, that's something that is a positive thing to share, how you are working towards enabling those things to happen. That is inspiring, that you have registered with a business and made a choice to change. End of. That is so inspiring. So congratulations. You are an influencer. Okay. You don't become an influencer with the amount of followers that you have. Okay. You are an influencer. Every single person out there is an influencer. Some people decide, like myself, I'm going to share that, and I am then going to become an influencer that gets paid for my content. But you are an influencer. Okay. The minute you put things out there, you are in a position of influence. The minute you go down on that school run and you maybe talk to somebody, or you're in a shop, or you've said, oh, I've just popped to this restaurant and it was really nice. That is, you are an influencer. Okay. Every single one of us is. Everybody is an influencer. So embrace that. You know, you are an influencer, and you can go out and you can share things that can influence people in a positive way. How amazing is that? Just from being yourself. Honestly, it's magic. So there you go. You are going to, you know, share those different things in your posts. Okay, so that's the main feed. When somebody clicks on you, on your name, and then they see the squares, that's what they're going to see. Okay, so they have then, this is this person. I've got a picture of this person, and I know what they're into, what they like, what they're, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So they've got that picture of you there, and, you know, they can either click follow, or they don't. Doesn't matter. It's not a personal thing. It could well be that you've just shared that you like horses and they don't like horses. You know, it could be that you share that you're a mum and they're not a mum and they've got no interest in following a mum. It's really not a personal thing, honestly. And there are so many people out there that you will find your people. Okay, so you will find them. So then it's a case of, how do you find those people? Now, when you put a post on and you've shared, you know, oh God, I've had to clean up today, blah, 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 what you think is a really boring thing, which actually is realistic, which is actually what makes you relatable, which is actually what will make you get followed, then use some hashtags. Now, there's numerous ways that you can decide what hashtags to use. There's little apps, there's all kinds of things. What I tend to do is if I'm sharing, so I have stored hashtags. So I have hashtags that I use all the time around the things that I talk about. And I store those either in your notes or in the boards app. But what you obviously can do is you go onto Google, and you just literally, you're on your phone and you type in hashtags around cleaning up. So think Mrs. Hinch. Think Mrs. Hinch. So there'll be like loads of hashtags around cleaning and Mrs. Hinch and all those kind of things. And you literally, it will say, so it will come up, say like besthashtags.com, and then it will give you the ability to be able to copy those hashtags. You copy those hashtags and you put them on your post after you've done your blurb, your talking, and you post it. Now that post then shows up with those hashtags. So for example, somebody like I follow the hashtag, let me think what I follow. I follow like Davina Menopause. Okay, so anybody that uses the hashtag Davina Menopause, when I'm scrolling through my feed to see who's posted what, then there's a chance I could see that. So you are then increasing your chances of people who are scrolling who might have followed that hashtag. Yeah. So because it's a relevant hashtag to what you've posted, so it's like hashtag Mrs. Hinch, I'm doing my cleaning, the likelihood is you get some likes. And if they click on you, they go and they look and they go, oh, look at that person. They look like a nice person. They're a nice, normal person. They share good stuff, like everyday, normal, relatable, maybe a nice little quote. I will give them a follow. Ta-da! Now, what they will also do is, so say, for example, they've liked the post and gone, oh, yeah, let's have a look at this person. And they've clicked on you. Okay, when they click on you, what happens then is when you've added to your story, there's like your profile picture has like a little blue shiny, like, oh, this person's got stories on. And so they click on you and guess what? They view your stories. Clever. So they've viewed your stories. Now, who knows what you've shared in your stories? You could have shared, a couple of pictures of what the products do. You could have shared a quote. You could have done a little video as you're cleaning up, of you like, I don't know, mopping your floor. You maybe like the mop. So you've done a little video going, oh my God, I love my little flash mop. There's no you don't have to have your face in it, but you've got your voice in the background and it's a little bit of you. Okay, so they've seen a bit of flash mop, a bit of maybe power cocktail, and a bit of a like, oh, it's a nice day. You could even share something of somebody who you like, you follow and you think, oh God, that's a good quote. For example, I do that all the time. I now, if you see somebody and they've posted something and it feels nice and relevant and that you think other people would like get some good vibes from, then you can literally click share and add it to your story. So, you've got all these different things going on in your stories. So they've got a feel for you again. Okay, now some days you'll be better at this than other days. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, there are going to be days where, and I'd say be consistent, so make sure there's something in every day. There are going to be days where you've maybe just got a quote or you maybe just shared something from somebody else's feed. there may be days where you've like put a load of photos in about the power cocktail, but you've not actually done any little videos. And there may be days when you do just the little videos and you don't put anything in about the power cocktail. But what happens is over time is that people are viewing your stories and they get like a real picture of you, and you can see who's viewed them. So when you can see who's viewed them, and I'll do screen grabs and everything and put them in the comments so you can see how you view them. But it's, you know, you click on it, you click at the bottom and it shows you who's viewed them. So all of those people have watched your story. Now, that's a story about the power cocktail, or it's a story saying, this is what you can do about this, you know, this is this business that I do, you know, I can earn from my social media. And those people have watched it. They've viewed that story. So you can click on that person and you can go to the message them, and I send like little voice notes, or you can just write a little message and copy and paste it. Thank you for viewing my story. Really appreciate the support. You know, obviously, if you'd like to know anything more about the products or the opportunity, then I'm here. If you're just enjoying my stories, then thank you. I appreciate that support. Like, it's just really natural way. But, you know, you can get to a point where you've had like, you know, I have times where I've like 300 people that have viewed my stories. Now, I don't obviously voice out all 300 people every single day. But, you know, over time, you can build relationships with people. They might come back and say, oh no, I just love your stories. I love the fact that you use a flash mop. And you can be like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I get it from here. It's on offer. And you're chatting to people, like you're building this relationship with people. And you're already doing that on social media anyway. You know, the chances are you're interacting with people, you're commenting on posts. So that then is how you build it. It's really so simple, honestly. It's a picture in your main feed. It's got maybe hashtags on it, or you've gone to those hashtags. So you've gone, do you know what? I really love cleaning. I'm going to follow the Mrs. Hinch hashtag. So you follow the Mrs. Hinch hashtag, and then you see all the people posting about Mrs. Hinch and their cleaning habits. You like cleaning, or you might not like cleaning, but you have to do it. And they maybe don't like cleaning, but they have to do it, or whatever. But you then start to like and comment on their posts. And again, they see you. Okay, so they've either seen you in a hashtag, or they've seen because you've liked and commented on a hashtag that's relevant. And then they follow you. Or they don't, they just view your story. Either way, you can connect with that person. And there's going to be a lot of people that ignore you. It's completely fine, honestly. It really is fine. You know, there's lots of people that maybe you ignore. It doesn't mean you don't like that person. It doesn't mean that you wish bad on them. It doesn't mean that you think what they're doing is ridiculous. It's probably just because you're really busy that day. You know, I think sometimes with this kind of business, we take things so personally, and we're like on the back foot thinking, oh my goodness, I've put myself out there. I've said I'm going to register for this business. I'm putting products on Instagram or Facebook. Oh my God, the whole world is, don't worry. Like, it's literally, it's the future. It's how people communicate. You know, it's literally how major brands use it. So trust me, it's okay. And you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm just little Mabel in Mablethorpe, and who wants to see my stuff, and who would possibly want to buy from me? And guess what? If like Cheryl from Leeds sees that you like the flash mop, and she likes the flash mop, and then she sees that you say, oh, and have you seen this Active Eyes? Oh my God, like it gives you loads of energy. And Cheryl from Leeds is thinking, oh my God, I literally so need some energy. And she could message you and say, you like the flash mop, I like the flash mop, I've seen the Active Eyes you've got, I could do with some energy. That is it. That is what we do. And honestly, it doesn't have to be scary, and it can be really good fun, you know. I have great fun. Like, I get to meet some amazing people, and you know, because of me owning my space as an influencer, despite the fact that I didn't know who I influenced or what I influenced, or I didn't think I had any permission to influence, you know, people now reach out to me and say, will you talk about my product? Because, and you know, it's just something that is such a natural thing that we do all the time. We tell people, we say, we went to that pub, it has a really nice pint, you know. Oh, Boohoo have a sale on right now. Although Boohoo always have a sale on right now. Literally every day I get a message saying I've got 30% off. I'm like, it's always 30% off. I'm just going to wait for it one day to say 100% off. And then I'll be like, oh, that's different. But you know, but you know what? You still click on the email. And they know that it's that consistency of constantly messaging me. And I know that if I'm putting things in my stories and, you know, you just think that you're starting to get irritating and annoying with people, that's just when they're starting to look and take note. You know, if you've had people say, I'm interested in the product, and then they've like, not so interested in the product, or they've said, oh, maybe not now, that's fine. They are going to watch and you are going to keep talking about it. And when they see that you are still there, still talking about it, still really excited about it, then it starts to open their eyes up and they think, do you know what, actually, I could do with a bit more energy, or, you know, I would like to lose a few pounds, or I could really do with some extra nutrition, because I just know that, you know, I'm not getting everything I need from my diet, no matter how healthy it is. So that's it. And that's it. So you've messaged people. So you've got, you're posting, you're putting stuff in your stories, you are getting new followers, and you are, you know, reach out when somebody follows you and say thank you for the follow. Again, conversation, natural, lovely. And anybody that's viewing your story. And that is how you build a business. And, you know, it's really, really simple, and it really doesn't have to be scary. I promise you, it can be really, it's good fun. So yeah, if you're up for having the fun, let me know how you get on. I'm excited. And if you need any help and advice on what you want to talk about, what you want to post, how you want to, you know, build your personal brand, you know, what to say in the messages, what to then talk about, honestly, I'm here for you 100%, as you know. So this is what I do full time. I'm here for you, and I would love to help you to, you know, build your business and increase those earnings. Bye.